Welcome to episode 5 of S.T.E.A.M Engine Academy presents 28 Days of Color. Today's topic is color in business. We'll discuss entrepreneurial giant and trailblazer herself, Madame C.J. Walker, followed by an interview with DeMarcus Montrese as he tells us about his new business in Las Vegas, Nevada. Stay tuned. Sarah Breedlove was born on December 23, 1867, close to Delta, Louisiana, to Owen and Minerva Anderson Breedlove. She was one of 6 children who included an older sister, Lavinia, and 4 brothers, Alexander, James, Solomon, and Owen Jr. Her siblings were enslaved by Robert W. Birney on his Madison Parish plantation. Sarah was the first child in her family born into freedom after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. Her mother died in 1872, likely from cholera. Her father remarried, but died a year later. Orphaned at the age of 7, Sarah moved to Vicksburg, Mississippi at the age of 10, where she lived with Lavinia and her brother-in-law, Jesse Powell. She started working as a 10-year-old domestic servant. She often recounted, "I had little or no opportunity when I started out in life, having been left an orphan and being without mother or father since I was 7 years of age." She also recounted that she had only 3 months of formal education, which she learned during Sunday school literacy lessons at the church she attended during her early years. In 1882, at the age of 14, Sarah married Moses McWilliams to escape abuse from her brother-in-law, Jesse Powell. Sarah and Moses had one daughter, Alila, born June 6, 1885. When Moses died in 1887, Sarah was 20 and Alila was 2. Sarah remarried in 1894, but left her second husband, John Davis, around 1903. In January 1906, Sarah married Charles Joseph Walker, a newspaper advertising salesman she'd known in St. Louis, Missouri. Through this marriage, she became known as Madame C.J. Walker. The couple divorced in 1912. Charles died in 1926, and her daughter adopted her stepfather's surname as Alila Walker. In 1888, Madame C.J. Walker and her daughter moved to St. Louis, where her 3 brothers lived. Sarah found work as a laundress, earning barely $1 a day, but she was determined to make enough money to provide her daughter with a formal education. As was common in black women in her area, Sarah suffered severe dandruff and other scalp ailments, including baldness, due to skin disorders and the application of harsh products to cleanse hair and wash clothes. Other contributing factors to her hair loss included poor diet, illnesses, infrequent bathing, and hair washing during a time when most Americans lacked indoor plumbing, central heating, and electricity. Initially, Sarah learned about hair care from her brothers who were barbers in St. Louis. So Sarah began to take her new knowledge and develop her own product line. She marketed herself as an independent hairdresser and retailer of cosmetic creams. Sarah sold her products door to door, teaching other black women how to groom and style their hair. In 1910, Walker relocated her businesses to Indianapolis, where she established the headquarters for the Madame C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. She initially purchased a house and factory at 640 Northwest Street. Walker later built a factory, hair salon, and beauty school to train her sales agents, and added a laboratory to help with research. She also assembled a staff to assist in managing the growing company. Many of her company's employees, including those in key management and staff positions, were women. By 1917, the company claimed to have trained nearly 20,000 women. Dressed in a characteristic uniform of white shirts, black skirts, and carrying black satchels, they visited houses around the United States and in the Caribbean, offering Walker's hair pomade and other products packaged in tin containers carrying her image. In addition to training in sales and grooming, Walker showed other black women how to budget, build their own businesses, and encouraged them to become financially independent. In 1917, Walker commissioned Vertner Tandy, the first licensed black architect in New York City and a founding member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, to design her house in Irvington-on-Hudson, New York. Walker intended for Villa Luaro, which cost $250,000 to build, to become a gathering place for community leaders and to inspire other African Americans to pursue their dreams. Walker died on May 25, 1919, from kidney failure and complications of hypertension at the age of only 51. Walker's remains are interred in Woodlawn Cemetery in the Bronx, New York City. At the time of her death, Walker was considered to be worth between $500,000 and $1 million. She was the wealthiest African American woman in America. According to Walker's obituary in the New York Times, she said herself 2 years ago in 1917 that she was not yet a millionaire but hoped to be sometime. Not that she wanted the money for herself, but for the good she could do with it. Her daughter Alila Walker became the president of Madame C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. Villa Loire was sold following Alila Walker's death to a fraternal organization called the Comparisons of the Forest in America in 1932. The National Trust for Historic Preservation has designated the privately owned property into a national treasure. Hello, welcome back to 28 Days of Color. Today, our topic is color in business, and we're here with DeMarcus. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, what is the name of your business, and where can we find you?
The name of my business is LV Modern Bloom Design. You can currently find me on Instagram at LV Modern Bloom Design. Also, we have a website coming up soon. It's being worked on, so you'll be able to find my work there as well.
And you're just getting started at a really interesting time in our country. What have you done so far, even through the pandemic, that you're proud of?
Even during the pandemic, things have been slow in the floral industry. So I guess the most recent project that I've worked on would be one of my friend's weddings. It was very interesting because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. A little nervous about putting things together, but at the end of the day, she absolutely loved it and amazing.
Good. And weddings in general are such special occasions. It's nice that you can have such a crucial role in her special day. That's awesome. And something that you'll always remember. Now, what is a challenge you faced? I mean, even just starting a business is hard, but with the pandemic, how has that been a challenge?
The challenge that I am facing now, especially with the pandemic, is looking for a location to open a storefront. So each time I find one, it's like, no, this isn't going to work. So then I have to start all over, scratch it, and then move on. So especially with floral sales being a little bit slower now because people aren't really buying flowers because it's not a necessity. That definitely puts a dent in things and slows things down.
In owning your own business, what do you think is also important in owning business in the Black community?
I feel like the most important thing is always supporting each other because I feel like there's not a lot of successful Black-owned businesses. And usually majority of the time people would rather go somewhere else to like a big corporation instead of like supporting small Black-owned businesses, which I think is very important.
Right, we do need to support each other. If we bring each other up, then everyone will succeed together. That's kind of that message we keep hearing, and it's a good one. How would you advise young entrepreneurs that want to get into business, even after the pandemic? You've learned probably about 20 years worth of business in this 1 year because of all that's going on.
My advice would be, to never give up, always constantly keep trying, no matter how many times you think you have failed, because I don't know, how I view it is no one's gonna know that you've made a mistake. No one's gonna know. You're pretty much the only person that's gonna know that you made a mistake. So just keep pushing forward and don't give up. That's the most important advice that I would give someone.
That's really important. I think a lot of times those obstacles keep us from moving forward because it just becomes overwhelming. And with that, I feel like that's where our work ethic is grown. And so when you think about your own work ethic, what is something you want someone to take away from a project you've completed? What do you want them to know about your work ethic?
Well, my work ethic, I feel like I try to always think outside of the box, because when you start to do things that are just always, or that are known as that are mainstream, I feel like people like kind of lose interest. So like kind of like with anything that I create, I try to make it different, something that's going to stand out, something that's going to have meaning for whatever the specific occasion is.
That's true. And you know, I really appreciate you doing this interview and taking the time to talk with us. And I hope that we can put your Instagram on here and let everyone know where you are so you can build that business and keep that growing so that this pandemic will end and we can get back to business. So tell us your Instagram. Where can we find it? What's the name?
You can find me at LV Modern Bloom Design all together. That is my Instagram.
Well, thank you for letting us know about you and your business, and we wish you much success in 2021.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. To finish our day, we're going to have a story. Today's story is Baby Boy, What Will You Be? And it's by Terkoya Bourne, and the art is by Jerry Kraft. I hope that you enjoy this book and find out about all the different things you can be. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Baby boy, what will you be? My precious baby boy, you're such a sight to behold. I will always be your biggest fan, even when I'm gray and old. When I gaze upon your face, there's so much hope I see. As I gaze, I begin to wonder just what you'll grow up to be. Baby boy, sweet baby boy, what will you be? Will you be an astronaut in a space shuttle that soars up high? Or will you be an architect who makes buildings that touch the sky? Maybe you will be a scientist who studies plants and seeds. Perhaps you will be a community helper who loves to do good deeds. You might be a deep sea diver who swims where fish play. How about a daddy who cares for his little ones while mommy works each day? Baby boy, sweet baby boy, what will you be? Will you be a caring doctor who makes sick people feel better? Or will you be a devoted school teacher who helps children learn numbers and letters? Maybe you will be a pastry chef who bakes yummy cakes and sweets. I bet people would travel from everywhere just to taste your treats. Perhaps you will be a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Now wouldn't that be the best? You would be awarded a shiny medal to wear upon your chest. Baby boy, sweet baby boy, what will you be? My love and good wishes are beyond the moon for you, so every night I say a prayer that all your dreams come true. In life there will be challenges, but I know you were born to fly. As you grow older, one day you'll see that the best cure for fear is to try. Give it your all, do your best, and the world will be yours to see. Have a bit of faith, believe in yourself, and there's nothing you can't be. While you're making mommy proud, remember to enjoy life's adventure. But for now, just be my baby, resting in my arms on this peaceful night in winter. Good night, my beautiful boy. Dream big. The end.
One more again. Mas não vou sem te chamar.